right, so it's the 20th of March, and it's Tuesday, my day off. I'm heading to a friend's house. We're going to go to Red Lobster and enjoy a nice dinner. And my stomach hasn't exactly been on par the last 24 hours. I woke up like yesterday at like 5:30 a.m. with diarrhea. Have no idea why. Maybe I ate something. Maybe I got something from somebody at work. I'm not sure what it was, but I decided to try this. I think they call it the Brat Diet, where you basically just have, I guess, B for bananas, and then you have just regular white rice for R, and what else? Can't remember what the A and the T stand for, but anyway, I guess toast is the T, and the A, applesauce, that's right. So I got some applesauce and some bananas. I actually found bananas at like half price because they were quote unquote overripe bananas. So I had that for dinner last night. Felt a little better today. Hopefully things will be back to normal soon. But I guess that's what you do when you have a diarrhea situation. You want to take bananas, white rice, and the applesauce, and toast. And all four of those, I guess, are sort of like bland enough that your body can handle it. But anyway, got the lawn mowed today. That was an operation, but I'm just so thankful. You know, this is something I haven't been able to do for a while with my hip, and so to be able to get that done. We have a pretty large lawn area front and back, so I got it all done, no problem. Have a little bit of energy. So anyway, we're going to try this dinner thing. I'm on my way. I'd forgotten all about it. It's like a birthday type thing for. We're like celebrating both of our birthdays in March, so that's how we're doing it. Is we're going to go over to Red Lobster and enjoy. Good news, I filed for disability insurance here in California. You can do that when you're, getting your hip replaced and you're laid up. I guess we pay into it our entire life, which I didn't realize that until after the fact, but I filed for it. And lo and behold, I got the card today, and I thought, I'm going to try to figure this out. But I don't know, something's wrong with the whole computer system. It's, incredibly complex to just get the card signed up so you can get money. And then you want to go to an ATM to get it, they're going to charge money. So I thought, well, I'll go to the free ATMs that they have, but their app is so slow that you can't get to find out where the places are. So usual technology glitches. So I'm still not clear on how to even upload these videos. So hopefully we'll get that figured out. I've got a millennial buddy that's helping me with this instead of some guy in India. So hopefully he'll be able to figure it out, and I can maybe even learn how to do it myself one day. Also need to work on the search engine optimization, otherwise called SEO, so that somebody watches the video. Apparently there's a whole thing to that as well. So I have to get it all figured out one step at a time, and just doing my best. So other than that, I hope you guys have a wonderful day. It's beautiful here in Northern California. We've got perfect temperatures. It's spring, and I'm definitely going to have a garden this year. I'm doing baby tomatoes. I'm doing some zucchini and cucumber. So just basic stuff, Figured to get back into the spirit of gardening now that I've got some energy to do it. And so anyway, that'll work. And yeah. So you guys have a good one. I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye now. Okay, let's see if I can get this turned off. Phone's ringing, you know the story. Let's see. There we go. March 17th, Sunday, later in the evening or afternoon. Just had this experience at the grocery store where I'm looking at the meat and I'm trying to find out what the best by date is, and inevitably it's in very, very, very small print, hidden on the side with letters you could hardly read. It's just irritating. It's like, why can't they just make it obvious and easy? And then that way you don't have to do a whole forensic study just to get the best by date off of the product. So that's my gripe on that point. And I had something else to share too. One moment. So I'm at the McDonald's drive-up thing, and I go to my app, and all of a sudden it's asking me to sign in a different way. So I figure it out, and I put it through, and then I think to myself, they've asked for my email again, So I'm thinking to myself, now I'm going to get more junk mail. I've got to figure out how to control my email so that I should probably have one email for junk, and then I should have one email that I don't give out to anybody unless I absolutely want to, communicate. I don't know. There's got to be an easier way. I don't have this whole technology thing even close to mastered. And, I'm still trying to figure out where it's going to go. I keep hearing that, Moore's Law has speeded up. So instead of doubling every, 3 or 4 years, it's doubling every 6 months or so on technology. So we're ending up with a situation where it's just moving extremely fast. So what we see today isn't going to look anything like what's going to be around in 9 years. In other words, it's just going to be a completely different world. So, and I don't know that humans are going to keep up with it properly, but it's definitely something that we're having to deal with, whether we like it or not. It is March 17th, St. Paddy's Day, Sunday. In Northern California, the weather is stunning. We're talking the ultimate in spring weather, gorgeous. This is what I live for in this area. If I'm going to enjoy the weather, this is the time of year when I most appreciate it. So, what's on my mind? I'll tell you, the biggest hole that I see going on in the world of technology right now is the fact that there's just 78 million baby boomers, many of which are not tech savvy, that desperately need assistance and aren't getting it. It just seems like there's a huge gap with regards to that happening, and it's irritating because I don't care whether if you're working with cryptocurrency. I tell you, it's hard to just figure out how to use it or how to sell and buy crypto. Very complicated. I had a horrible experience with Gary V NFT that I have somewhere but can't find, one of those kind of things. If you don't know what an NFT is, it's a non-fungible token, which I don't know. Good question. I couldn't tell you exactly what it is other than it's a digital piece of art, in this case, that I got for buying 12 of Gary Vee's books some time ago. He had a contest, and you'd get a free NFT if you bought 12 of his copies of his book. So I went ahead and tried it and did it and got the NFT. But again, just technology is just so difficult and so hard. Even on these videos right now, I'm going through Fiverr and I can't figure out how to upload them. So I have to have them do it. And, maybe I can take a class, or maybe there's somebody out there. I'm going to have to find somebody that's a millennial, that's tech savvy, that can help me try to make these things work properly. I'd like to be efficient and capable at this, and instead I just feel really daunted, and everything is not clear. Nothing prompts you properly. It's just, I think it has to do with the fact that tech people are introverted and they don't really know about communication and the importance of people understanding you. So because of that, it flows over into what they do. So So the area of helping people with technology would be an area that definitely needs to be addressed and taken care of so people can take advantage of the benefits of it and be able to become proficient at it. Separate paragraph, different idea, but definitely on my mind is the whole issue of early learning. I guess Biden said something about it in a speech about increasing 3- and 4-year-old preschool and the results that brings. I'm skeptical in some regards because whenever I think of the state, I don't really like education. It's more of a propaganda machine, in my opinion. So, you end up, like Mao Zedong in China, they started kids really young in school so that they could basically propagandize them into having a certain mindset. So it always concerns me in that regard. But the other side of it is that, between 0 and 7 years old, children are in a theta state. What does that mean? Well, your brain basically is recording everything and is deciding, basically it's just absorbing everything for future programming. So when you turn about 7 or 8, the brain goes into beta, which is what we're all in right now. But your ability to learn between 0 and 7 is exponential. That's why kids can learn 3-4 languages. They can, excel in a lot of areas. So I do think there's something to say about taking 3- and 4-year-olds. Oh, and that's the other statistic is that 3- and 4-year-olds that go to preschool, their chances of graduating high school and going on to further learning is like 50% higher or something. So it's substantially better. So I do think there's something to say for that. Like I said, I just don't really like the education system. It seems to me like it's all about regurgitation of facts that many times don't really apply. So if a person can just memorize things and spit them back, then that means that they're quote unquote smart, which I don't think that's true. So I would rather have education that deals with learning something that you can apply and actually put into the real world in a positive way. And I think all education should tie itself to, okay, so you're learning this so that you can do this. Like, I remember thinking, why am I learning my 12s in school, my times tables, my 12s? I never really learned them well because I thought, well, this is a waste of time. Nobody ever bothered to say, well, no, when you're measuring things in a furniture store or anywhere else, you're going to need to know your 12s because you want to know if it's 10 feet, 8 feet, 9 feet, 11 feet, and so on. So there's something to say about getting early childhood education in while you can still absorb things easily and learn things easily. So that's my thought on that. I don't really have anything else right now. I'm going to make this short. Enjoy the day. Look for those things that you appreciate. I'm going to do the same. And Earthlings out. Another thing on my mind had to do with the subject of being interesting versus being interested. To explain what I mean by that is, when you're speaking to somebody, you're being interesting. And when people are listening to you, they're being interested. And they're just different energies altogether. And it is important to balance them. And I personally think it's better to be interested, which I think it's better to listen, than it is to be interesting. Our ego, the persona of humans, whatever, we like to be interesting. That's why we have comedians, and that's why we have people that make these videos and all the other things. So it's a big world of ego in that way. But so anyway, I just wanted to be clear on the whole interesting thing. Hopefully I made myself clear. The more interested you can be, probably the better. And the less interesting that you can be, probably the better. But that's just my opinion. Who knows? So anyway, Have a good one. I will talk to you later. Earthlings out.